Hello and welcome to the AfSFH AGM for 2023. So this is our 12th AGM for the organisation, and as I sit here reflecting on where we were a year ago to where we are now, I can confirm it has been another very busy year for the entire team and for the organisation as a whole. There's been lots of activities going on. I'm sure my colleagues will fill you in. But it's been a very, very busy 12 months, and we've actually achieved quite a lot. Significantly, we've made great headway on our SEO activities, which was a major objective from our last AGM, and I'm sure the team will talk a little bit about that later. But there's been lots of other things going on. We've had our podcasts, of course, that have been doing really, really well. We've had more blogs, we've had more resources on the website, and there's generally been a whole raft of things going on behind the scenes. We've also, as an organisation, been liaising with lots of other people, lots of other agencies, including the CNHC. So back in September, we took part in a rather large quality assurance project with the CNHC. The association is a verifying organisation for the CNHC. So we took a lot of time to complete some information for them. And it was a really great opportunity to show just how robust our systems are when it comes to looking at eligibility for our members, working on the audits, but also dealing with complaints and how we resolve those in a really formal way. So again, it was a really nice activity to take part in, to really highlight the professional standards of the organisation and, of course, by extension, all of our members. Anyway, that's enough from me. So what I would like to do now is to invite the rest of the executive team to cover their respective parts of the AGM report. So first on my list is to hand over to our Head of Finance, Sasha Taylor. So Sasha, over to you.
Thank you, Helen, and good morning, everyone. So to talk to you about the financial state of affairs with the association, the financial year runs from November 2021 to October 22. That's the financial year that we're looking at for this particular AGM. And we saw a nice increase in our income from an increase in membership fees as our membership continues to grow. We also saw some members renewing after they came back from a break with COVID, or not with COVID, but having a break in practice because of COVID, coming back to practice and rejoining the association. Our overall expenditure didn't change too much from the previous year, so as a result, our financial position still remains stable. When it comes to expenditure, a bit of detail there. Following, again, COVID and the impact of that, restrictions started to ease. We, as a team, had another away day to work on as a team in person, the focus and the strategies for the team and for the membership, for the benefit of the membership. So that was something that created an additional expenditure. We also saw an increase in printing and postage for our journal because of the increase in membership too. And consultancy fees for the team remained static. They didn't change for the previous year, despite some moderate additional payments for extra work carried out with our new website project and podcasts as well. Again, costs relating to our website hosting remain similar to the previous year, although we did change from Ionis to GoDaddy for our Microsoft 365 provision. And we've also added some new investments with MAW towards updating and improving our website. We're still ongoing, but throughout the year we were looking at our database provided by Wild Apricot and the costs of that, because they keep increasing and yet the facilities that we get from them do not necessarily improve. So again, this is why we're doing some future work to find alternative provision for that moving forward, looking for best value for money. Overall, there's been an increase in surplus over the financial year. As I said, partly due to that increase in membership numbers. The final figures will be published by Companies House in due course. And moving forward, investments in our website and our SEO presence will continue, focusing on adding value to our members, as well as raising the public profile of solution-focused hypnotherapy. It's also anticipated that there will be an increase in investment after some more development work for the new membership database, and that's something that we're working to get done before the end of this calendar year. So activities from me, my role as head of finance during the last year include the usual general accounting and management of PayPal and banking accounts across our platforms, supporting the head of membership with any membership adjustments through PayPal as well. Also working towards the fellowship certificates and awards for our fellows that began last year. Back in March last year, I was voted in as Deputy CEO to support the CEO, offering coverage in her absence and to provide business continuity planning purpose as well. And then in October last year, I was also voted in as CPHT liaison for the Association for Solution-Focused Hypnotherapy to encourage good communication between our two separate organisations. And so my role as head of finance is kind of spreading out a little bit, but it's all good to be able to provide those services. I'm also continuing to support the head of IT and social media with anything to do with those other platforms, Ionis to GoDaddy, shifting our PayPal checkout, signing up to Canva, those sorts of things. I've also been keeping up with all the regular duties that a head of finance has to do in terms of administration and insurance, and keeping up our membership to other organizations, and continuing to manage agendas and the minutes for all of our team meetings as well. So moving forward, I'm going to continue to be involved in monitoring our budgets closely with the team for future projects. And I am actually quite excited to get more involved in my roles as Deputy CEO and CPHT liaison. And I'll also be looking into a policy for our Association for Solution-Focused Hypnotherapy corporate social responsibility, and also looking at revisiting some opportunities with Hypnotherapy Directory. As always, my biggest focus is to be what's a benefit to our membership and to make sure that our members are getting the most out of what we provide. So I'll continue that focus. And yeah, other than that, I think that's everything from me. Continue to support the team, of course, as well as we move forward into another busy year. And so I will sign over to our head of IT and social media.
Sasha. And just on that note, thank you just for keeping us on the straight and narrow with the purse strings, as always. As you say, we've got some significant investment planned for the coming year. The new membership database is definitely worthy of that investment, and I'm sure that's going to pay real dividends for our members as we move forward. So yes, perhaps start over to you then, Trevor, our head of IT and social media.
Okay, thank you, Helen, and good morning, everybody. This section of the report covers the website and social media and just about anything else that happens to be IT related. So firstly, then, moving to MAW Associates for hosting our website has proved to be a very successful decision. The website now has a modern look and feel and is working well. The big success moving forward is the work on search engine optimization, which has lifted AfSFH.com up the rankings on Google and on other search engines. That means Google now recognizes our website as a high authority site. For our members, uploading an article or blog to our site helps our authority ratings and, consequently, helps the authority of their own site, making it rank higher on Google and therefore more likely to be found by potential clients. As part of the phased plans for the new website development, we retained our membership back-end database system with Wild Apricot, a company best known for its membership software, and this was linked to the new website front end. However, this link caused some members to have problems logging into the database and carrying out straightforward subscription activities. This is a problem we will address this year as we work with developers to create a new database, and this should mean that members will find it easier to manage aspects of their membership subscription. Our regular podcast, Talking Solutions, can be found from all the usual podcast suppliers and can also be accessed from our website. Our guest speakers to date have included Guy Shannon, Dr. Loretta Bruning, Dr. Chris Irons, Susan Rodriguez and Stuart Taylor, and we look forward to hosting more in the coming year. In terms of social media, we have an AfSFH Facebook page, which is public facing and searchable from Google. We also have the very popular closed Facebook group, which is exclusively for AfSFH members who are SFH qualified or students in their 8th month of training or later. In addition, we've got an AfSFH Twitter account, which is at AfSFH, and an AfSFH Instagram account, which is at AfSFH Official, both of which are raising the AfSFH profile. And we're also on LinkedIn and Google Business. I do have some updates to the published figures, which I collected yesterday. So the public AfSFH Facebook page has 1,854 followers. The closed AfSFH Facebook group, that's got 517 members. This number does vary because new members join and some people leave. The Twitter account's got 868 followers, and the AfSFH follows 452 people. Our Instagram account has 592 followers, and the AfSFH follows 564 people. And the AfSFH also has 138 followers on LinkedIn. So we're getting out there, which is good. The AfSFH regularly posts news in the public Facebook page, and this gets plenty of shares and comments with people reposting the information. These stories are also posted on the AfSFH company page on LinkedIn and on Twitter and the Google Business. At the end of 2022, we ran our popular SF Santa campaign, where we posted a variety of solution-focused ideas for getting the most from Christmas. And thanks to Sally for virtually all of the ideas that we published. We also continue to be the only organisation for hypnotherapists that hold regular meetings for supervisors. These are held 3 times a year and are well attended by our supervisors. We also run a dedicated closed Facebook page for AfSFH supervisors and send out a dedicated supervisors newsletter. As head of IT and social media, every Monday I post information about the AfSFH or a forthcoming awareness day, a week or month, of course, or I post some uplifting quote. I also put the monthly member newsletters and any additional announcements or surveys into the appropriate HTML template and send them out to members. Although in future we are planning to use MailChimp for this. I also look after the popular articles section on the website where members can upload articles or blogs, and I update the events and CPD pages. And I also act as the IT administrator for the exec committee on the Microsoft 365 account and oversee the business continuity plan for the organization. Looking forward, we plan on several IT improvements over the next few months. For example, we hope to launch a more automated facility for people to be able to upload information about CPDs they're running, and they can do that directly into the website, which should greatly reduce admin. The new membership database development work should allow members to easily renew their membership, upload certificates, and improve other subscription activities, which, as I said earlier, some people have found problematic. We'll also provide an online facility to allow people to use PayPal to pay for their membership subscription by credit or debit card, in addition to providing the current features for members to auto-renew. We hope that all these developments will mean that members can manage their membership more efficiently and that AfSFH.com will continue to rank even higher on Google, having a positive impact on our members and their businesses. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Trevor. And again, thank you for all of your hard work. We've had yes, some technical issues over the past year, but we've remained solution focused. And certainly, you know, talking about that new members database, I think that's going to really alleviate some of the glitches that we've experienced over the past few months. So we're very excited for that development to be taking place. So moving on then, let's hand over to our head of communications and our editor. Over to you, Sally.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'll start with the journal side of things. The Executive Committee has continued to invest in the production and distribution of the Association's journal Hypnotherapy Today over the past year. Over the period, the usual 3 issues of Hypnotherapy Today in autumn, winter and spring have been published, including articles covering a range of topics, from case histories and personal reflections to articles on neuroscience, a collaborative piece on selective mutism, and a range of interesting topics to help our members in their professional and business development. The look of the journal has also had a makeover, moving to a colour palette better reflecting the look of our new website, and adopting a layout that puts the supervisor's directory on consecutive pages at the back of the magazine, making it easier for our members to browse. The journal continues to be printed and distributed by an external print and mailing company, with both postage envelope and each edition made with fully recycled and recyclable paper. We've also reminded members to check and update their postal addresses in their profiles to help minimise wastage of copies that were undeliverable, and hope that members will continue to be vigilant about this. We've also continued to update our online library list of archived articles from previous editions of Hypnotherapy Today, which is available on our website, so the wealth of information and guidance in archived copies of the journal can be more easily searched and accessed by registered members. Plans for the journal for the coming year include revisiting the regular features in the magazine, as with a finite number of supervisors to volunteer for the super supporter slot means there may be additional space in the journal for other things moving forward. We'll continue to source and feature a wide variety of articles that will be of interest to our members, and are also pleased to still offer a £10 Amazon gift voucher as a thank you for any members who have an article published in the journal. So that's it on the journal side of things. On the communications side, working together, myself and Trevor, head of IT, have now published 7 Talking Solutions podcasts, initially focusing on common issues faced by potential listeners, such as anxiety, sleep and phobias. We've now progressed to inviting positive mental health champions to join us, whose ethos fits with our solution-focused approach. And as Trevor mentioned, we've had a few people coming on, including Susan and Stuart, who specifically talked about the quality and standards of trained solution-focused hypnotherapists and AfSFH members, which was great. The podcast benefits from our guests sharing it on their websites and profiles, and our listenership has been steadily rising. Enhancing the new website's visibility with improved SEO has been a priority. And myself and Andrew, head of marketing, have collaborated on identifying and creating SEO-friendly content to publish. In addition, I've been encouraging members to engage with our online content, for example, by liking and sharing social media posts and commenting on them to increase the association's diffusion online. Member feedback indicated a desire for a library of metaphors in the members area of the website, and we've actioned this after gaining permission from authors. Although copyright issues and being unable to contact previous authors has inhibited our ability to provide a comprehensive library, moving forward, all metaphors published in the journal will be included in the website automatically. Over previous months, the Executive Committee noticed that member engagement with our regular surveys was decreasing slightly, and so the new community call-out Friday posts in the closed members Facebook group was our response, creating a way to keep a community feel and engagement in a more practical and informal way, while still running more formal questionnaires and surveys when necessary. Friday posts range from offering members an opportunity to share their experiences and tips, to running polls, or simply offering an opportunity to smile together. We're still learning what our members enjoy most, as responses do vary. However, a recent poll on potential webinars received a great response. As part of our regular comms, the CEO and the rest of the team continues to send out regular newsletters to our members, which gives the association the opportunity to share information in a more immediate way than in the journal where appropriate. So looking ahead, plans include developing the podcast, perhaps to link guests with specific issues, which we're already starting to do, and actively to raise return invites to guest podcasts where appropriate. We'll continue to explore opportunities for community building and feedback with the community callouts, and to produce SEO-friendly content for the website and other communications. That's all from me.
Thank you, Sally. And again, thank you for all your hard work with the journal. I had the latest copy came through my door yesterday. It's a lovely read. And thank you also for all your hard work with the podcasts, also with Trevor. They're very, very great to listen to. And of course, you can listen to those podcasts. You can access them on our website pages as well. And I'm looking forward to the future for us reciprocating with some of those guests, again, building those networks with other people, other organisations. I think that would be a very exciting trend for the coming year as well. So brilliant. Right then, so thank you for that then, Sally. So now over to our Head of Membership, over to you, Claire.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. So as Sasha's already mentioned, our membership has continued to steadily grow over the last year. So with a combination of a number of CPHD schools starting new courses, so new students graduating who are staying with us as registered members, and people coming back after a period of non-practice. So that's great to see the membership numbers moving in the right direction. So the focus this year from a membership perspective, so a lot of this has been covered already, but where we launched the new website in the last year, so a lot of the work has been to enhance that, additional functionality and improvements, and also just rectifying any niggles that were left behind after the launch. So my work involved with all of that is to mostly to identify the top issues, the problems as they're coming through from our members, make sure those are flagged up and resolved. As part of that, we produced user guides and video walkthroughs to help members to navigate the website, update the directory, and other functions that are common queries. So working with Andrew and Sally and Trevor, feeding in the feedback from our members so that we can make the best improvements there. So as I've already mentioned, despite the fact that our website is far improved from what it was before and all the amazing functionality it gives us, because of the interaction with the back-end database, we do get recurring issues in some of the membership processes for some of the members. There doesn't seem to be any logical rhyme or reason as to when it does decide or doesn't decide to work, which is again part of the problem. So in some cases it works perfectly, in some cases it doesn't. So we are aware that this is frustrating to the members impacted. It's frustrating to us as an executive committee. So that is our top priority now for this coming year, is to move on to fully integrated website and membership database. So again, my role in this has been to identify the key areas where it falls down, how we would like it to work from an interface perspective, have some really great conversations with our web developer, and a sort of a plan to start rolling out improvements in various phases. So really excited for that. So the website and the database is doing what people expect it to do. So I'd just like to say thank you to any members who have been affected for your patience whilst we resolve the issues. And what I will say to the members is, don't panic. I can fix any of the problems behind the scenes. So if any members are having issues with their renewal or their upgrade or any other process, I'm able to resolve it. So just send me an email and we can get that sorted for you relatively quickly. I think that is probably it from me, because a lot of what I will talk about has been covered, or I'm sure Andrew will cover a bit more on the website as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. And again, thank you to you for your stellar efforts in helping our members do some of those sort of fairly basic functions of renewing, applying, upgrading their membership. We know that there's been some problems between our nice, lovely new website and the very old database that we've been kind of stuck with. And, you know, just like our members, it's been a source of frustration for us. But in ever a solution-focused approach, you know, we've kicked off this project now to replace that old, very dated database, which will not only give us, you know, and our members a much better experience to do basic functions for their membership subscriptions, but it's also going to be invaluable to us as we continue to grow in numbers by reducing the administration required for these sort of basic subscription features. So we're very, very excited about that. But it's going to be a process. It's a process of investment, and it's going to take a little bit of time. But again, thank you to you, Claire, for being there to help our members out when things don't always go to plan. Greatly appreciate it. Right, so thank you for talking about the head of membership stuff, Claire. So now it's over to you, to Andrew.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. So a bit of a common theme here then. So building on that, I can talk a bit about where my focus has been this year. And as we've heard, that focus has been very much on building and improving the performance of our website and our digital content. So that really allows us to continue that goal of supporting our members whilst building our authority, really as a leader in raising and maintaining standards within the hypnotherapy profession. So we've been providing helpful and more engaging content, and as a result becoming more visible in searches in Google. And this means there's more potential traffic then to our membership directory profiles, which is really great news. So some of the key activities and things that we've been looking at, particularly from a marketing point of view, has been around the SEO performance. So monitoring that performance with our web company, MAW, to track and identify some actions and solutions to optimize the speed and the content and so on. So a continued focus there, and that really helps and makes a big difference. We've also, as you've already heard, been focusing on adding value through membership articles, and that really helps boost the keywords that we want to rank for as well. And therefore, on the flip side of that, we've also been looking at the metadata which supports that and optimizing the URLs, and that makes a big difference to Google too. In terms of content to further support being found in search, we've been focusing on condition landing pages, and that means we have more opportunity to be found by potential clients and people searching for us to help and support on those conditions. So they're currently being published, and that will make a big difference too. We've also heard how the membership directory profiles have been extended and added to, giving more fields to members to create more content to be found in Google again. We've created how-to videos to optimize that profile too, and also added some fields to help people boost the SEO results for their profile. The geographical search in the directory has also been added to, which has been really helpful, allowing people now to search using postcodes and a radius of miles from that postcode too. So that will make searching a lot easier. And we've developed some new content which will also help Google identify a near me search too, and we'll explain more about that going forward. So there's been lots of work there to really optimize our ability to appear in searches, which is great news. So in terms of the website performance then, in terms of a quick summary, so since the launch of the website, it really has continued to perform well online. And then when we do a comparison of 3 months, January to March, for example, to the previous period, we have seen encouraging growth in users. In fact, the uplift in between those two sets of time periods was 12.7%. So we're heading in the right direction there. We'd expect to see changes in user behavior as people become more familiar with the website and be able to access information more quickly. And the content we're producing will, of course, give more targeted visits straight into that content, and therefore the call to actions to members' profiles too. So we'll continue working on that. Our keyword ranking and our impressions, well, solution focused hypnotherapy we're ranking really well for, and Google knows that we've got good domain authority for that topic now, so we've got a really good strong starting point with that. That means we can begin to broaden the related topics, for example the condition landing pages, and that will allow us to reach more keyword search terms as well that are being entered. Now if we look at the top 100 keywords that we're appearing in search for in Google, there are 17 now for names of members, membership profiles. So that's really great work. So that's great news, because it means that more of our members are being found in location-based searches that people are searching for. So members' profiles are actually being found and listed in the first few pages of Google, and that will continue to grow as members continue to update their profiles and we continue to add content. Now, looking at the way members are using our website, there's still only around 20 to 22% of our members are using the website each month. So there's still a big opportunity for the rest of our membership to engage with the website, their directory profile, potentially to attract more traffic to their profile, and potentially more business too. So we'll be encouraging members to do that through ongoing content and social media. So thinking about the membership experience, then we've talked a lot about this already this morning. Of course, now we have that stable website. As we said, we recognise the need to replace Wild Apricots, that membership database. So we're going to be fully integrating a solution to improve that membership experience, simplify the management and the admin tasks as well. And as we've heard, we've done a full review, and we now have engaged MAW to build a bespoke replacement system. and it will take several months to implement that, and there'll be full testing and launch too. So as we move forward, then my focus is going to be around that membership experience, working with MAW to deliver that new integrated database, improving that membership experience. Membership engagement will also be a focus too, in terms of content, helping members boost their visibility, as well as the overall site performance. So there will be a focus on broader content now as well. So that will help educate people more on the broader topics of hypnotherapy, the broader search terms too, and continue to increase our domain authority. And we'll continue to explore and focus by liaising with other organisations too, external agencies and individuals, which will help promote the wider awareness of the organisation and also our members. So lots to look forward to. That's it from me.
Great, that's great. Thank you, Andrew. And again, thank you also for your hard work. You know, you've had a huge amount of work over the past year with MAW and with all the members of the team to really get all of that SEO activity off the ground. It's already paying dividends. We're delighted to see the progress that's already been made in terms of the SEO for the website. Of course, it does require members to actually fill in their profiles. So as one message from this AGM, to our members, any members that are watching this back online, if you haven't filled in your profile, please fill in your profile, put your business contact details in there so that you can be found in those search results. You know, it's just waiting there for you to be found. So please do that. So as you said, Andrew, lots of things to look forward to in the coming 12 months. And again, as with last year, a lot of our emphasis in the year ahead will be on digital activities. Raising our digital profile, extending that profile now that we have those foundations in place. Thank you, Andrew. So now over to our Head of Professional Standards. So over to you, Nicola.
Thank you, Helen. Good morning, everybody. So this year we've continued to make progress in setting standards for our members and monitoring and maintaining standards of practice in our membership. So any standards inquiries raised between May 2022 and April 2023 have been successfully resolved, and at the time of writing there were no ongoing or outstanding inquiries. Main focus for me is in maintaining standards of our membership, and this is through the continued implementation of the quarterly audit. 20 members each quarter are now audited, and that's a reflection of our growing membership numbers. So this year, the completion of the 4th year of the audit saw 80 members being audited, which is 20 more members than last year and 10 more than the target that was set this time last year as well. This is a constantly moving target that reflects our growing membership, which has been mentioned by a couple of my other colleagues there as well. So we make sure that we continue to audit a minimum of 10% of active members. So of the 80 members sampled in the previous year, 85%, that's 68 members, fully completed and met the requirements for successful audit, which is a really pleasing increase on the 8% on the previous year, especially given that the numbers of members sampled has also increased. So it was really good to see the message getting through there about audit and the quality. We are always working in a solution-focused way, and so we always offer the opportunity to extend deadlines if needed. Members are always supported. We make pro rata adjustments if members are newly qualified or more recently qualified, and so that accounts for some of the other numbers as well. And we always make that support and work in that solution-focused way. We still have a further 7% of more audited members, 6 members still in receipt of ongoing support to enable them to meet those required standards. And then we also have members who sometimes move to associate member because they perhaps are taking a pause in practice. So what we see is whatever situation you're in, there are always ways in which we can support you and ways in which we can help you move forward. So far from being a negative experience, supporting members through the audit process is a fantastic opportunity for members to show their commitment to professional development and ongoing professional development, and to help to show how committed they are to maintaining and raising high standards in solution-focused hypnotherapy. And I always take time to thank every individual person who is audited for their commitment and for their support in raising and maintaining standards. And this, of course, helps us to raise standards across the whole of the hypnotherapy profession, and really does demonstrate the professionalism of solution-focused hypnotherapy practitioners. And we are so proud to represent those hardworking and professional people. Members have also been supported in the maintenance of high standards through the publication of an article in Hypnotherapy Today magazine describing the audit process, the requirements, and detailing some of the frequently asked questions. And I would say in response to that, it's really pleasing to see members accessing the podcasts and using the podcasts as part of their CPD. A further article on selective mutism also served to highlight the importance of seeking supervision and peer support when working with complex cases, again demonstrating the importance of high standards in our practice. In response to members' needs, a further section has also been added to our website, offering support and advice for members on how to protect themselves and their business. This is a useful guidance document, especially given the changes since COVID-19, where more practitioners are now working online, and it covers a range of scenarios that therapists might come across in their practice. All guidance documents, as well as all of our policies, can be found under the professional standards section of our website. Between March 2022 and December 2022, 74 lapsed members were in receipt of checking for continued use of the AfSFH logo and advertising references. It's important to us that the public are not misled by someone claiming to be part of our professional association and therefore subject to our codes of conduct when they are not and no longer registered with us. Of those checked, 24 former members, that was 32%, required communication to ensure that references were removed in line with the advertising standards. In addition, 37% of those members rejoined the association as a result of communication, and 33%, that was 8 members, complied with requests, and a further 7 continue to be supported in achieving that. So that's all from me. Thank you, Helen.
Thank you, Nicola. Again, thank you to you for all of your hard work. Dealing with audits is a very time-consuming activity, but it has real value, not just to our members, but to the profession as a whole. And you know, it's a great amount of work that you do for that. And also, thank you so much for constantly reviewing our policies, our guidelines, our documents, and updating things. I know that our members really value and appreciate some of those guideline documents, especially, as you said, in changeable times. You know, it's having that bedrock of sort of information to fall back on. It's a really valuable part of what we do in supporting our members. So thank you very much for that. So thank you to all of the team for covering your sections of the AGM report for this year. Your efforts are very much appreciated. I'd now like to move on to the votes and the voting part of the AGM. So I have some information in front of me. So out of all the votes that we received, 78% of respondents wanted to have a proxy vote where our brilliant chair, Susan Rodriguez, will be voting on their behalf, which left a remaining 22% of respondents who voted directly. So before I come on to those, I'd like to just go over to Susan to cast her proxy votes for all of the exec team for this year. Over to you, Susan.
Well, I think actually, and you've continued to do such a good job and the thing is, it would be a shame for you to sort of do it half finished, really. So I think you need to continue to do what you're doing. I've been looking at everything that you've been doing, and you're all multi-skilled, multidisciplined. You go across the board, supporting each other, supporting the members, listening to what they say. And we talk about 3 Ps, but I've been listening to the 3 Es, the making things easier, efficient, and effective. So that is, I think, the 3 E's that, so I think, continue to do as you are doing. I think, if it's working, keep doing. That's what Steve DeShezzer always used to say. Don't change it.
Thank you very much, Susan. So I can formally acknowledge your proxy votes then for all the members to retain their roles. Of the 22% of respondents who wanted to vote directly, we had a couple of abstains, but no against votes. We also had some really, really lovely feedback that I'll come on to. So as a consequence of all those votes, all board members retain their roles for the year ahead. Like I said, some members, when they voted, were also kind enough to pass on some comments and some feedback. I'd just like to run through a few of those now. So lovely comments. Unanimously, all of the comments are positive. Keep up the great work, everyone. Thank you for your hard work over the past 12 months. The website is brilliant, as are the podcasts. You do tremendous work for us all. Thank you. Thank you to all the lovely people at the AfSFH. And I certainly can second that. You're all a lovely bunch of people working very, very hard for our members. Thanks for all the help and support. Really impressed with the postcode search facility on the website. Thank you so much for implementing this. Thank you very much for all the time and effort and thought that goes into the work. It's very much appreciated. Thank you to all the board members for your commitment and hard work. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for everything that you do for us. So some really very lovely comments there, very appreciative members. It's always lovely for us to hear that kind of feedback. It really makes us feel that we're doing a good job. So we had a couple of additional feedback comments, which I would like to just run through. One member asked if we would be having reports about the website and how the profile listings are working. And I think, Andrew, you've already alluded to that, the fact that we are looking into how well overall profiles are performing with Google. So that's something that we'll continue to do over the coming year. Somebody asked if we will be reviewing our code of conduct and increasing the level of granularity within the code of conduct. And it's certainly something that Nicola and I will be looking at as we move forward. We always review these documents to make sure that we're still capturing everything that we need to. So we will be doing that. So finally, somebody also asked whether we would be ever considering only sending out the Hypnotherapy Today journal as an online document only. Now, we are always looking to improve our carbon footprint. We've moved to recycled and recyclable stock and envelopes. But with the new database that we're talking about, we will also be hoping to give members the choice where they will be able to opt in as to whether they would like to receive a hard copy of the journal or whether they prefer to just view that online. We know some people like having a physical hard copy of the journal, so they'll still be able to choose to have that should they wish in the future. But for those that are quite happy just to have a digital copy, they will be able to select that in their profile as we move forward. So that's all very lovely. So thank you to all of the members who voted. If you're watching this back, thank you very much for taking the time to vote for all of the executive team members, and thank you for taking the time to pass on some lovely comments and also some feedback for us to think about as we move forward. So the last order of business really for this AGM is to talk about our fellows. This is a particularly thrilling part for me. It's something that I take great joy from. It's the second year that we have launched our Fellowship Awards. And this year we have been delighted to announce that we have had 2 members who have been successfully nominated and awarded fellowship status of the organisation. So first of all, I would like to formally congratulate Debbie Pearce. for being awarded fellowship status for the organisation. Debbie was instrumental in setting up the organisation all those many years ago, and has also been a great trainer, supervisor, and had a massive contribution to the field of solution-focused therapy. So huge congratulations to Debbie. I did receive an email back from her after notifying her of her nomination, which I'd just like to read to you. She says, "Wow, I'm completely blown away. Thank you so much for this unexpected news. I'm over the moon and I'm truly honoured to accept this award. Many thanks to the entire executive committee for this honour." So that's lovely. So congratulations to Debbie. And our second person who has been successfully nominated and awarded as fellow is to Sharon Dyke. Now, Sharon was also somebody who was instrumental in the early days of setting up the organisation, was also very heavily involved in training as a supervisor, and again, has made a really lovely contribution to the overall field of solution-focused and to the organisation itself. So many congratulations to you, Sharon. When I first contacted Sharon to notify her, she thought it might have been a joke. And I said, no, it's real. And she said, that's fantastic. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. This is such a lovely, unexpected surprise. Thank you so much. So again, lovely to receive that feedback. So Debbie and Sharon, congratulations to both of you. They will, of course, appear on our website in due course on our fellowship page, along with our other fellows, two of whom are here today, Trevor and Susan. And it's lovely to be able to showcase these really special individuals who have made such a contribution. So finally then, some closing remarks. So I'd like to, perhaps if Susan has time, to just, if there's anything else that you would like to add, Susan, over to you.
No, I just like to say thank you for all the good work that you do. I know that you are very supportive. I know that if we've got any queries that we need to get some clarification on and a sensible head, a sensible answer, we come to you. You, AfSFH is a wealth of knowledge in all areas, keeping us on the straight and narrow, and and always encouraging people to take part. And I would encourage anyone that's listening, please take part if there's any questions. Write for the journal, get involved in blogs and things like that, get involved in podcasts and things that will help to promote solution-focused hypnotherapy, because the more that you're getting out there, and I can see that you're working hard to do that, the more benefit all of the members will have. I love the little profile page. It's like a mini website, that people can see. And I'm always directing the students, get on that student directory, get a nice picture on there so that people can see that you're legitimately training and you're working to a code of conduct and code of ethics. And that continues on throughout your whole life as a hypnotherapist. And I just want to say thank you to you all for all your hard work. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people just don't know about, and it's times like this that we can actually hear some of what you do, not everything, but yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. So finally, the last word from me, which is always a nice thing. No, I just want to extend my sincere thanks to all of the executive team. You all do a fantastic job. I know that it is not always easy. We've had a lot of technical challenges over the last year, but all of you have remained upbeat, positive, solution-focused, and genuinely, I am delighted to work with such a great, really professional, lovely team of people. I know I say it a lot, but our members are truly very lucky to have such a great bunch of people working behind the scenes on their behalf. So I hope that they are as grateful to you for your efforts as I certainly am. So thank you for all of your efforts over the last year. Also, thank you to our members. If any of you are watching this back online, thank you for your support. Thank you for your continued support. We are a lovely community. Anyone that's been on our closed Facebook group knows what a lovely supportive bunch of people solution-focused hypnotherapists really are. It's a really lovely community to be part of, and we're very grateful for your support. We're looking forward to the future. We're going to have lots of other things in the pipeline. Significantly, of course, we will be overhauling a brand new membership database so that all of the kind of features that it takes to sort of automate your membership processes with us will be much easier, much slicker, much more efficient. And of course, we will be continuing that ramp up of SEO activities, and we really appreciate our members' support in playing their role in making that possible by creating some blogs, some articles, filling in their profiles, making sure that their details are up to date so that Google and other search engines can find them, because it's those things that will really help us to broaden that net as we continue to get the solution focused message out. So thank you to everybody. I will now officially draw this meeting to a close. Thank you for all of your hard work, and here's to another very busy 12 months. Thank you.